The Breakfast Club is trying to do everything in their power to backtrack what they said and says, we ain't buying it. Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. What is going on, y'all? It is time for another King of Reads video, girl. We got some things to talk about on this Thursday evening. I hope y'all are enjoying yourself. I know y'all like, girl, we get another one. DJ Khaled giving y'all the DJ Khaled titties. But I hope y'all enjoying y'all Thursday evening, Thursday afternoon, whatever time it is where you are at. Girl, I decided to go ahead and give y'all a King of Reads video because I was like, girl, I was slacking earlier. I had a lot going on. So I'm like, let me give the girls something they can feel. I hope y'all enjoying y'all day. A lot going on this Thursday. We're getting a music video and new music. Well, Megan's new album later on tonight. She's dropping that and a music video, surprisingly. And girl, this Gucci Mane and Jeezy versus battle is going on tonight in Atlanta at Compound. And girl, I just got to leave the barbershop. I can see, get into my wig, But as I'm looking at this, I'm having a conversation. And they said the sections in Compound were $10,000 like the smaller sections. I think were like 10,000. The other ones were like 20. I'm like, God, that's a lot. Like, that's a lot. Woo, that's a lot. Come on, capitalism. But they said they were charging $250 for folks coming in. I'm like, girl, in the middle of a pandemic, y'all gonna give us some pandemic coupons in case I do get sick? Whoo, girl, but that's a mess. I don't know how to feel about that. But I'm hoping everybody leaves alive because, girl, the way Gucci Mane been posting memes and folks been talking about wearing the blood of Jesus and armor up in there, I'm hoping everybody gets out of there because, girl, I have so many questions. I will be probably going live and talking about it that night. Let me know if y'all are interested in doing it. We've got things to talk about. We got to talk about Real Housewives of Potomac and the reunion pictures, girl, because some girls looked a mess and some girls looked distressed and some folks was slaying and some other was not saying much. Okay, we got that to talk about. Also, this press conference with Rudy Giuliani. It's getting very, very weird. Just so many things. And also, I'm speaking on some little YouTube tea with this whole thing with De'Aaron and Ken because I kind of find this interesting a little bit. Like, I fell in that little YouTube rabbit hole. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the tea for today. I know y'all said tea for the day. Where the mental check in? We don't need one, girl. Mental is doing fine. Give y'all one real kick because y'all want one. But everything is good. I'm just a high energy. You always get high energy when your skin is looking as flawless as mine is and your hair is. I love it. This red was the best decision ever. I'm so glad. Shout out to my hairstylist and whatever I want to call him this week. The one guy who does my hair, Manny Locks. Y'all check him out on Instagram and shout out to my skin is looking amazing. Just so many things, girl. But I hope y'all are ready because we finna go and get into it. Let's go ahead and talk about the Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club basically did a response to all the backlash they was receiving online about this whole Megan Thee Stallion not being on the Breakfast Club. So Megan Thee Stallion's camp sent a list to the Breakfast Club and said, these are the things that we cannot talk, y'all cannot talk about doing this interview with Megan. So the Breakfast Club said, girl, we good. If we can't talk about these things, we can't talk about the whole situation with Tory Lanez and the New York Times op-ed, all that, then we don't want to do nothing. We don't want to rap. Which is, I can understand them saying, hey, if we can't talk about these things, then we don't want to do an interview. I think, I still don't think that the Breakfast Club gets it. DJ Envy sounded pressed about it and Charlamagne sounded pressed. They tried to clean it up. Somebody made a point and said, it sounded as if somebody high up had called them and told them like, hey, they need to clean this up because this look a mess. It did look bad. The Breakfast Club got they ate up yesterday. Like, everybody was eating them up on Twitter and dragging them, rightfully so. So they clarified and just said, no, we said that we were not interested in doing an interview if we can't talk about these things. And they were just saying, mainly Charlamagne and DJ Envy said that it's not fair that y'all talk on these other media platforms, these other white whatever, and y'all grant them access. Y'all don't do the same things, but y'all come here, y'all don't have no problem. Like, y'all want to give us a list. First of all, whatever this show, y'all, Breakfast Club, it's not even black owned. Like, it's not black owned. Girl, y'all owned by white folks too. Y'all just have a black face. Y'all ain't no better than Aunt Jemima Pancakes and Uncle Ben's rice. Please cut this mess. There's still a white man pushing the pen and pushing the paychecks over there. So please cut the mess. Cut the mess. I guarantee you the boardroom is about as white as this jar of mayonnaise in my damn refrigerator. Like, please cut it out. So my thing is that the Breakfast Club really does not get it. I think what Megan's team is seeing is how Megan will be responding to these conversations. Y'all are not real journalists. The only one who comes close to a journalist is Angela Yee. She is the only one that comes close to journalism. I'll give her that. DJ Envy and Charlamagne, y'all are a personality. Y'all are two cis hetero men, two cis hetero black men, and y'all have had a horrible history of misogynoir, transphobia, and homophobia on your show. Y'all have had a history of that. These other ones that y'all are talking about have not had these same histories and these same clips of somebody asking about why did sister get raped. They don't have this. And then when they do get called out on it, there is work done after that. After some of these folks get called out from these other ones, work is done. Y'all don't seem to care because y'all audience is so cis hetero leaning, and it's like a bunch of hotep men that there is no true I don't want to say backlash. What is true accountability for the Breakfast Club? Like there's no even if we do say that's wrong, y'all are not taking no hit in the budget because a lot of queer folks, a lot of folks in the community ain't watching y'all stuff. So we don't have the collective power, quote unquote power to counsel y'all, which means y'all don't do anything. Y'all don't do anything. Like the best y'all do is have another person on there and try to clean it up, but y'all don't really take responsibility and accountability for the things that y'all have said. Y'all just don't do that. And I don't think y'all get it. Y'all should be trying to clean it up and figure out what's going on. But y'all so pressed about this and y'all not seeing it. It's like I'm like that telling y'all what the issue is. And even if Megan Thee Stallion did not say, Megan Thee Stallion's team probably did. Megan's team definitely sent that over. But you don't think Megan Thee Stallion is like, okay, but girl, I want to do it. Let them talk about it. Megan Thee Stallion has enough power in her own right to be able to say, hey girl, like I still want to do this. But Megan is probably in agreement. I guarantee you, Megan, and she should be in agreement because y'all don't know how to have these conversations without being disrespectful. So y'all didn't necessarily drag Megan. Y'all was trying to drag the label, but the label is trying to protect Megan at the end of the day because Megan is bringing them coin. So Megan is probably telling them that, and I don't know that for sure. I don't have any no tea on there, but I'm just saying. If I was Megan, I don't think Megan needs to be on there. Period. Y'all don't protect black women on the show. Y'all barely protect Angela. Y'all be talking over her every 5 minutes. So, girl, that's all I have to say on that. I just want them to go find some business because you can tell me, but I can't deal. I really cannot deal. But moving on, let's talk about Megan Thee Stallion since we talking about Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion is dropping her new album, Good News, Friday. I think it's going to be at midnight. And then she said she has some music videos coming out. The pictures looks amazing. She looks amazing. I can't wait to see the music video. I am a little nervous about her album because some of these singles to me have been a hit or miss. But we're going to see. The one that she did with Young Thug, I hated that song. Like, I got to think, wow, I love it for her, but I don't like Young Thug on there. It just sounded terrible, but I wish for the best for Megan. I hope it is a successful album. She has had a phenomenal year. I hope this album seals the deal for her. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to be interested in listening to it and streaming it and all of that. With that being said, let's move on to this conversation that was started about a stan account on Twitter. I hate abolish stan accounts. Abolish stan culture, abolish all of that. I really cannot stand it. It irks my spirit. There was this stan account that tweeted and said, oh, it's interesting that what's her name, Nicki Minaj is out here releasing her doing some live stuff or doing something around her 10-year anniversary on the night of Megan's album coming out. And I was just like, what does this mean? Like, what? And it was a Cardi B stan account. Of course it was a Cardi B stan account. Of course it was a Cardi B stan account. Like, that is why Cardi B is literally deactivated on Twitter, because y'all do the absolute most. Nicki's album is literally called Pink Friday. Why would she be releasing or doing anything on a Sunday? Folks are saying, well, why she didn't do it on the 22nd? That's when because we are in a leap year, and her album was called Pink Friday. Why would she do it on any other? That makes no sense. It makes no sense. So I don't blame Nicki for coming out and saying, hey, it's been 10 years since Pink Friday. Doing something about it. It's been 10 years. Like, I think around this time I was in Iraq. Like, I was overseas at the time. when this album came out. So I'm just like, girl, I really don't get what the issue is. Which I don't see how that's impacting Nicki. I don't see how Nicki's stuff is impacting Megan. Megan's folks are going to be listening, as well as people who are interested in seeing and listening to new music from Megan. People who are curious about her. I think if Nicki does anything, it probably will be later on that day, and it'll be for the stands. It won't be for just regular people. I think regular people are going to be trying to consume whatever Megan puts out, and the stands are going to be coming out trying to listen to or watch or be a part of whatever Nicki Minaj is doing. And I think it's smart for Nicki Minaj to do something. It'd be a good time for her to come back after having a child 10 years after the album happened. I think it'd be sickening. But I just really can't stand stan culture. It's really annoying to me. But moving on, I want to talk about this mess with De'Ara and Ken, DK4L. I think, what is it? Yeah, DK4L. Girl, I normally don't get involved in YouTube drama, allegedly. But I found this conversation quite interesting. I've been in the same room, in the same space with De'Ara and Ken. They seem like very lovely people, beautiful couple, all of those things. But there's been a conversation of infidelity, or are they married? I think they are married. They are married. After a video surfaced of Ken rubbing up on this girl, had his hand on her butt outside of a club, and there was a video posted and stuff. And Ken has came out and he apologized for it, and he said, you know, I hurt folks and I want to apologize. I don't like hurting people. And he said that it was inappropriate. Now the girl that was in the video, apparently she's married. Sis is married, and her husband was all on Instagram Live talking about, you know, you finally got that attention that you were seeking. But then he started to do a live about, you know, everything else, and it gave very much attention seeking. So like, how you sitting here calling out your wife, soon to be ex-wife, for seeking attention, and you doing the same thing? You could just put out a statement and move on about your business. Everybody likes attention. Everybody. But girl, that whole thing is a mess. This is not, come to find out, this is not the first time that Ken has been accused. Apparently he was on FaceTime with some girl a long time ago, about 2 or some years ago, and sending emails to her, and they did a video talking about it and saying, like, girl, you know, it wasn't them type of, it wasn't inappropriate, and they didn't meet up or nothing, but the emails seemed inappropriate, and the FaceTime calls, it's just, I don't know. I don't know. Like, unless the FaceTime was like somebody, like a friend, like oh, that's like my friend. But I don't know. I don't think there's nothing wrong with your partner having a conversation with somebody else outside of your relationship or whatever. But it's just like how the conversation goes and how it looks. Like, for like a hetero couple, for him to be on the phone with a girl and like they on FaceTime, I think there's nothing wrong with that. But how did y'all become friends? What is that? Like, how did y'all meet? How did y'all get in conversation where y'all have y'all been friends? Like, that's the stuff that I be thinking about. So it made me think about relationship channels and the reason why I would never do. Because De'Ara and Ken make money together. I'm gonna be honest, I don't have a problem with them. I think they're very flashy. I cannot get into that. I cannot get into when I saw them at the YouTube Black event last year, they gave me very flashy tees. They gave me the very much like, we upscale YouTubers, but they seem down to earth, but it's like, girl, we are the stars of this show. Maybe that's me, maybe that's probably my insecurity, but a lot of other folks, you know, were talking about that at that event, like that there was some folks who feel like they are too good to sit at the table with everybody else. And I just watching some of these stuff, it's very flashy, and I actually, De'Ara's from Memphis. Like, I'm glad to see Memphis folks do things, but it gives me very flashy, and I cannot stand flashy folks, and I especially don't like flashy folks in the middle of a pandemic. Why folks, I'm just not here for that, and I don't understand why folks feel the need to like always show folks that they got plenty of money. I don't care who you are, I just really don't get that. I'm really tired of that, to be honest. But, you know, it is what it is. It happens. But I wonder what's next for them. Like, this is interesting because they make money together. This is why I would never do a couples channel, because, like, it depends on our relationship. And what means we're capitalizing on our relationship, which means we have to present this perfect relationship or whatever relationship to make money. So what happens if my mental health starts to erode from trying to keep up with something like this and I can't do it? Is it worth the money? Is it worth it when you can't even feel it, like you can't even really spend it because you are so trapped in your mind? Like, I don't know. We'll find out. I got my clock on because I really don't see it for them. But he said he's taking a break from social media or whatever. But I hate that for them. But that's one of the things that I said Justin will never do. I'm never going to do a YouTube couple video. Now I have Boo on some couple of videos and a couple live streams and stuff, and Babe can talk. But we're not doing no YouTube couple stuff. I will never do that. I just don't see the purpose of it. It just seems very, very dangerous. Unless y'all probably like at 50 or 40 years old, like getting up there in age, and it's like, girl, we stuck with each other. We're gonna make this happen. And just being honest, I feel like it is possible to do, but you have to be very, very careful with it. And which means you have to understand each other and just be honest. But girl, y'all got to fake it till you make it, I guess. Moving on to professionally, I want to talk about Wonder Woman coming to HBO Max. Did I tell y'all? I told y'all that this would be the best thing for anybody to do who had a big movie, is to put it out and make it a family viewing event. I literally said this with Candyman. They should have released it around Halloween, made a whole thing to make everybody want to watch it. Now, Wonder Woman is coming to HBO Max, and it's coming out December the 25th, which is on Christmas Day. Which means families gonna be opening presents, doing all these things, and they're gonna be sitting in front of the TV watching this movie. And everybody who wants to kind of wait, who are on social media, are now going to be interested in watching it as together. Like, I don't want no spoilers, so I'm gonna watch it. It's going to force people to go and watch it. And then also HBO Max is not even charging folks extra for watching it. It's gonna be the same price. So this is a big advertisement for HBO Max to get people to subscribe and create accounts. This is genius marketing strategy, and I wish that Candyman had took a part of this and make this happen. Like, sometimes the culture shifts and things change, and you got to adapt to it. You just have to adapt. And I feel like HBO Max is learning that. I really wish Candyman would have been the first folks to do it, because I feel like as strong as black culture is, specifically on Twitter, they could have done this and executed this perfectly. But they were so scared, they didn't want to do it, they want to wait. I'm gonna be honest, like, I just don't see Candyman being that influential to wait a whole nother year to watch. Especially, we're not gonna be packing up, the movie theaters are still not gonna be packed enough next summer for these folks to make as much money as they think. I'm telling you right now, and I'm gonna move on to the COVID conversation about this. The psychological implications of this coronavirus on people will be felt for the next couple of years. Like, yes, we have 2 vaccines from Pfizer and Moderna. Yes, they're coming. But a lot of folks won't get access to them. Like, they are making $70 million, I think, a piece. Probably gonna start pushing them. I think one of them asked for emergency authorization use, which means some of them are gonna get pushed out in December. But it's gonna be like, not to everybody. It's like, how many people in America have? Like 300-400 million people will need this vaccine. It's going to take some work, and it's going to take some logistics involved in this. Like, one of the vaccines has to be kept at 120 degrees below below zero or something. Like, some of them have to be cold storage, like really, really cold, to the point where like most of these pharmacies and stuff don't have a refrigerator to be able to store those. So it's going to take probably the U.S. military to be able to mobilize and get all these things out, which is going to take some work, and it's going to be some months out. So even then, you got to be able to get everybody comfortable with getting the vaccine to be able to protect all of us, to be able to create this immunity and stuff that eventually eradicates the virus. And I don't see that happening that quick. I think probably the end of next year we'll probably get there. But I know that sounds like a lot, but I don't think people realize that, like, girl, next February we're gonna be straight. Like, I think things will gradually get better, but then the psychological effects on it is that some folks are still not gonna feel comfortable after this stuff. Like, we're not gonna know the switch. It's gonna gradually get there. It's just like when you lose or gain weight. Like, you don't see it because you see yourself every day until somebody else unfortunately mentions it, or you see a picture from the past, and like, oh, I have gained weight. You can't see yourself age every day. You don't see that because you're experiencing that. So you won't know it. You won't know it until you realize that it has happened. So that's how it's gonna work with coronavirus. It's not gonna be a switch. We're gonna be, okay, girl, everything open up, let's go. It's just not. It's gonna take It's gonna take some time. So with that being said, we got to all be safe. We got to buckle up and bear this next couple of months because we got cold and flu season going on right now. And it's a lot. Like, it is a lot. And my family actually pressed at me because I ain't going home for Thanksgiving. And I just don't want to put them in danger. And I don't want to put myself at risk. And I was at the barbershop today getting my hair cut. And this girl, she was so damn stupid. She was out here saying, well, we just need to we can't stop our lives. We got to keep going. You know, get your immune system built and do what you got to do. I was like, girl, honestly, like, your immune system can be the thing that kills you. Like, people don't understand, your immune system can protect you, but it can also kill you because your immune system can overreact. And then you start treating the symptoms. Like, your immune system can be the thing that takes you out. That's why I'm like, girl, if your specialty is twisting and cutting hair, stick to that shit. Leave the real science stuff for the folks who are out here playing with science stuff. Not the folks who's playing with wigs and hair and all that other stuff. You still important, but girl, stay in your lane and watch your lanes. Okay, period. Let's move on to Real Housewives of Potomac. Real Housewives of Potomac released the little cast photo for the reunion. And when I tell you, everybody damn near looked a mess. Ashley, I love you. Congratulations on your pregnancy. That outfit looked a hot ass mess. You look like a yellow bat. Ashley, I don't know if you had the Grinch of Christmas coming out your armpits, but it was just like, I didn't understand the ensemble. Wendy is as smart, as intelligent as you are, girl. You could not take them degrees and be able to find somebody to be able to put you together a better outfit than that. Wendy, girl, you was right here looking like Miss Frizzle with that. I hated that outfit. I hated it so much, girl. You looked a fool. I hated it so much. I was like, Wendy, this ain't it. Candace looked good with her little Christmas bow on her yellow dress. I thought the colors were cute. Candace looked good. Who else looked good? Oh, Monique Slade. I hate her ugly shoes, but Monique Slade, Giselle. I think she had on the first lady or second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th lady dress. It was all right. And Robin was looking like the little men that be in the green suits dancing. But yeah, it was only like 2-3 outfits that I like. Monique's, Candace, and I can't, Karen had on something. I don't remember. But none of it was memorable, but you know it is. And speaking of the Real Housewives franchise, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Shamia has tested positive for COVID. Now, there's been talk that all these folks that went to this wedding, all these folks that went to Cynthia's wedding are starting to test positive now. There's been rumors that Portia had COVID too when she was in the hospital, but she ain't said nothing. I believe Portia probably had COVID too. She probably was sick with COVID too. But girl, y'all been doing, like, right now I think Real Housewives of Atlanta has paused production right now because somebody, I think production tested positive. It's a super spreader event going on, and like I literally said this last month. Like I literally said this like last month. Like I don't think it's a good thing. But Real Housewives of Atlanta is supposed to come on December the 6th. So girl, woo, let's get it. Let's go. What else is going on? Yes, I got 2 things I want to drag really quick. Oh girl, this video is the longest. Yeah, okay. Rudy Giuliani in this press conference. What the hell is going on right now? When I tell you America is the ghetto and I just really want to go, Rudy Giuliani is supposed to be President Trump's lawyer, and he is doing press conference. He literally did a press conference talking about fraud and everything that's going on, and that there's so much fraud going on that it's easy enough for them to prove it, and it will overturn the election. Now, there's been conversations that Rudy Giuliani is getting paid $20,000 a day to do this stuff. Now, this is a rumor now, and I believe it. They said Rudy Giuliani is probably the only person of a few people who is actually out here telling Donald Trump that he has a case. And they said that Rudy Giuliani might be doing it just because of $20,000. It's good for him. Now, Rudy Giuliani's daughter even came out and dragged him and said that her father, it's a disgrace. Like, this was the mayor who was the mayor of the people doing 9/11. And just to see Giuliani come here and like he talking, he's sweating out his ears and makeup coming down. It was just very disgusting. It was like this man has lost his mind. Literally. You really, truly hate to see it. But that was that, girl. A hot flaming mess. Like, we got to do better. Also, Cardi B, you know Cardi B clapped back at the haters and said, hey hater, bye hater, boom, boom, them cheek. We don't talk about race. But Cardi B did a clap back to the folks after getting the woman. She's gonna be nominated as the Woman of the Year for Billboard, and she deserves it. She deserves it absolutely. So she clapped back at the haters. She said, "Hey haters, like y'all was out here doing all these things and talking about somebody ain't got no music out, and look at me doing this and that."
Good morning, y'all. It's your girl Cardi B, and yes, I am a Woman of the Year. And for you crybabies, like, but she only got one song. Yeah, I got that song, bitch. You know, the one that sold the most, the one that streamed the most, the one that had Republicans crying on Fox News about it.
Cardi B's full-time job is clapping back at haters, and I want her to suspend her full-time job. Actually, like, worried about the folks who actually love and care about her music, and instead of clapping back at haters all the time. Like, I just really don't get the purpose of that. Like, I don't. Like, if I get an award or get accepted for something, my first thing is not immediately saying, "See, y'all didn't believe in me." It's for the people who did believe in me, because the people who believed in me outweigh the folks who did not. So if I got 3 million people that's here for me and there's only 200,000, why am I worried about the 200,000 people? That's one of the things I learned doing YouTube is, like, when I saw YouTubers responding to negative comments, and people used to always say, "You only come on here and respond to negative comments, what about the positive comments?" And they have a point. But I would say sometimes it is hard to be able to see, like, somebody coming at you, but it's like we have to learn to pay attention to the folks who be pushing us here and be believing in us, because those are the people who are making it matter. So we got to spend less time worrying about haters and stuff. So I hope she gets that together. Girl, it's been like 4-5 years you've been doing that. Feel like, and you still clapping back at haters. Like, your ass gonna be 70 years old, say, "Look, bitch, y'all said I couldn't get out." It's rest, sis. Sleep, sis. But that's all I got. I hope y'all enjoyed my long ass Kingarees video. I love y'all so much. Tell me what y'all thought about all the topics and all the things. Check out the Gucci Mane versus coming out tonight. I cannot wait to talk about that tomorrow. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be hilarious. Who you rooting for, Team Jeezy or Team Gucci Mane? Let me know. Till next time, I'll talk y'all later on tonight. Bye.
For the bags under your eyes. Now, I don't have very big bags under my eyes, but we're going to try out this product today because that's what we do. So my friend suggested you just cut it in half, and then you take the habanero, do a quick rub under your eyes, and give it a few